Okay guys, welcome back. So, as I said, there are some things with this guitar that are of concern. Alright, even following our last video. So, again, I'm not worried about the headstock. I think it actually looks really cool. I love the matte finish on this guitar. Instead of being, you know, usual gloss, yes, gloss would last longer, but this, it has a natural feel and you feel like you can actually see the pores of the wood. I'll try to get down here and see if you can see that. So it's really a beautiful piece of an instrument here. But my problems, okay, first are the pickups, alright? We'll try to get some footage later. I just thought I'd shoot this tonight to get a start. Alright, these pickups are not great. Like, okay, I don't have any other guitars with P90s, but I've played with P90s before. Actually, there is one, but that's for a future video. But the point is, these are not good, alright? Even when I put the shielding around the back of them, they still got a lot of hum to them and not much in terms of volume. So we've got some replacement pickups there. Then, looking at the fretboard, look how dry this wood is, okay? It really does need some oiling. It might even need a little bit of prep back. It's a beautiful piece of wood. As I said, this guitar is so cheap, and you look at the quality which it's made, right? The other thing is, we have done a bit of a measurement. If you can see there, right? Oh, sorry about that. If you can see there, try to get the focus right. There is a small gap, so we might need to finely tune and adjust. But it's not too bad in terms of level. So we might need to finally adjust the truss rod. But these frets, oh my god. Right, that's the one thing I would say. While they may be level, I actually do think they are level. The one problem is, I'm still going to go through with the fret rocker, because even here, if you look at this one, god, that's flat. Hasn't been crowned. And there's a few like that, like down here. You can feel how scratchy the string is just by putting it across the fret. And you can see it's flat on the top of a few of these. So what they've not done is, while they might have actually sanded back the frets to get them even, they haven't done a dress. But for the prices as made, you know, what do you expect? Okay? There are even guitars you'll get at your guitar store, and I promise you they're not set up. At least this one, you know, you check the intonation, it's intonated. You check the actual string gauges, they're correct for standard tuning. You look at the quality of the guitar, what you pay, it's damn good. You know, nothing wrong with the knobs. And yes, we've opened the back cavity before. I believe these are just small pots, but we'll have a look next at what we've got to put in here. Okay guys, so we're on the workbench here. So we've got, as you can see, here I am. Hello. All right, we've got two new P90s, right? I think these look awesome on this. See, with the silver, we'll get it back up. So bridge is this one here, just so I don't lose him, and that's for the neck. All right, we also have some new strings. You want good quality strings, all right? These things always come with pretty cheap ones. I think, yes, I can see it from the bottom here. I did replace these last time. However, new string, that filming was about 6 months ago. It's not gonna hurt it putting on some new strings, especially after we do what we're gonna do to it. And we've already strung it. Now last time, we've already put on a new bone nut, and we've also put on some locking tuners. So we've already got ahead of ourselves there. All right, and everything is pre-cut with that nut, so we don't need this. This is for a future project to cut our nuts. Last thing we need though, which should be on the bench here, is these. These long shaft pots. The reason we've got these is because, if we can see here, these not only is tiny little pots on the inside, you know, yes, they got more wear and tear about them, probably bust up sooner, very stiff. So want something a bit more robust, gonna do the job. Look at these bad boys. Okay, once we get into focus there. Yep. Okay. Nice big size. Plenty of room there. Very firm. But nice and tall enough a shaft that that knob here shouldn't get onto near the board. Alright. Now the things we don't need to replace is, I think the guitar has a pretty good switch. It sounds pretty sturdy. And the plug isn't actually too bad. So we're not replacing everything. And the hardware is surprisingly pretty good. I think I went on about this before. You know, we could have replaced it. I think we might have actually. Wait and see. I'll look at the old video. But point being, got everything ready here to do up this guitar. So we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to strip that board in terms of taking off the strings. We might get like a bit of the wood pulled back, wait and see. We're definitely going to treat that, and that we're going to use this for. Alright, so we've got some of the Dunlop 65 range here. So the fact we're going to be able to clean our fingerboard and treat it will be good for it. Okay, so some lemon oil and polish there. Okay, and this thing, well, it's already a new guitar, but we're going to turn what is, you know, for Australian money, you know, dollary dues, we're looking at about 150 bucks, right? And for these Temu or AliExpress, I think these were AliExpress, these ones, but we've got all our products are from AliExpress for Temu in regards to the upgrades. Again, you do you. I wasn't going to go Alibaba for parts because I wanted to get the reviews, and there was no reviews on the parts that told me the quality. They're probably the same parts, to be honest with you, but I could get the reviews from AliExpress, from the shops, and so I know I've got better quality stuff. Same with Temu. So, and I wasn't going to spend 200 bucks per pickup. I got all this for like 50 bucks. So we're going to turn this guitar from what is a fairly cheap instrument to at least an Epiphone, to, you know, a Michael Kelly range, medium quality instrument. How beautiful this was. Look at that now. You've made a good guitar, great. Something very affordable, very beautiful. Anyway, just trying to get the camera around, guys. Alright, well that's a job well done. Just got to screw him back in. Actually, we're going to do the pickups next, and then she'll be right as rain. Thanks again, guys. Alright guys, so as you can see here, I've done some wiring. It's not the tidiest of jobs, but hey, I think it's doing pretty good. We're just about finished. I'm going to wrap this up, put it in. Alright, we'll just finish this bit here. Oh, camera's gone a bit off there, but there we go. All part of the filming extravaganza. Yeah!
Alright guys, so that's the first build done. We have taken what was a very cheap guitar, something we found on Alibaba, and we got for less than $100. And what did we do with it? Well, we also got some decent pickups from online, from AliExpress. We got some great tuners from Geica, some locking tuners, and we've slapped it together with a beautiful fret job and a new polish on that fretboard. So what we have is an amazing instrument now that's completely playable and something that anyone should be proud to own. Next time we look towards making something out of a PRS copy, and we're going to make it shine. But look, that's for next time. Hopefully I can get to editing sooner, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Put a comment below, like and subscribe as I said before, but definitely want to hear more from you guys. Cheers.